Okay, hi Chris and everyone at Extole. This is a guide video to go along with the proposal. If you've gotten to this point, you should have gotten onto the proposal page. This should be at the top of the page. In addition to this, you'll see there is a header at the top with different tabs and buttons for the different areas of the proposal if you want to skip forward. But this video will just be sort of a step-by-step walk along through the different elements of the proposal so that I can explain what we're thinking for the different parts of the video and how to proceed, etc. So, having said that, let's go to the project overview. So, for the project itself, we're looking at a 2-minute explainer video going through sort of solutions and benefits oriented type stuff, what Extole provides, what differentiates it between sort of lesser options that are out there, what the benefits associated with that are for customers, etc. And this would be used externally on websites like G2, like Capterra, like SourceForge, sort of review-based sites to bring in inbound leads and just to be able to explain to sort of cold prospects what it is you offer and how that's differentiated from other people who offer similar things. Also, I understand that this video will be used for outbound marketing, perhaps email marketing, and also on the Extole website. So we're looking at a general solutions and benefits oriented kind of 2-minute explainer, highlighting how what you offer works, the benefits of it, and what makes it different from other providers who might provide a little less. In terms of our goals at Explainer, it's to over deliver on value in terms of the video and the material we provide, and to basically over deliver so much that we establish a working relationship with you in future. Having said that, we move further on. There's video tier stuff here. I think I shared some of this via email. We've quoted you on this one. We've recommended the tier 2, the custom tier, but we can provide quotes and examples for tier 1 and tier 3 as well if needed. Moving on, what's included in the project? Essentially, every element of production is included, all written out there. Everything you would need from start to finish. There's also me, the project manager, is available by phone or email anytime you need me. Handover assistance, and we also provide extras such as like subtitles and things like that as needed. So that can be provided too. Moving on to the script framework, this is something I've also shared with you here. All the material that we would be basing the script and the subsequent video around. And that comes to around 302 words, which puts us at the 2-minute mark, which is around where we want it to be. There's a link to a Google Doc below. You can click on the button and go straight to it, and there's room there to sort of edit and comment as needed. If you feel like something in particular is missing that we should know about before we get into production, we'll be turning this into a full script the minute we get into production. But hopefully, if we've got all the material written out here, that normally only takes, say, a day or two to sort that out. Moving on to the style guide. In the style guide itself, what we generally provide is we don't go into storyboarding itself just yet because that's sort of part of production and dependent on the script itself. So what we basically do is we lay out brand-based things to make sure that we're on point with that, give examples of similar work that we feel like might be along the right lines, so you can let me know if those are along the right lines or not. We would have also included the video that you sent over, but it's not embeddable, so we are aware of that too, and that is part of the style brief we have internally. So we have typography and color scheme should all be on brand. Those example videos, the images and assets you've sent over. In terms of style notes, again, we're recommending the tier 2. Sort of fairly minimal, modern, motion graphic style, white gray background with accent colors similar to the design on your website and other materials. Going with a motion graphic style, showing the visual flow through the journey of the platform and the program, like you laid out in the questionnaire, and also showing the consumer connection graph. Another thing you mentioned, if you can provide the related assets for that, so we have that as a reference, that'd be really useful. And again, going for a fairly minimal, modern style, little if any use of characters. Let me know how you feel about the use of characters in the video, because that's something we sometimes include and sometimes don't. So if you have a preference on that, that would be great. And again, showing both screen capture itself, you shared some screenshots. If we can get live video screen capture, that would be very useful too. And we can also produce sort of stylized, illustrated, and animated versions of that moves dynamically around like you'll see in some of the examples above. I've also included in with the style guide some suggested voiceover reels. You said the preference that you had was sort of a US accent female, so these are some of the voiceover artists that I've been in contact with who are available right now. And yeah, so you can have a listen to those and see what we have available in terms of that right now. In terms of the process for tier 2 and 3, we're looking at around a 4 to 5 week turnaround. It depends on revision time, but we try to consolidate revisions as much as we can. So we have script. This is based off the framework, the questionnaire, the notes that we have. Like I say, if we've already got the approved script framework, the script itself doesn't take long for us to put together. It'll be a day or two. Once we have that, we would move into voiceover. And with voiceover, the first thing we would do is we would send you a selection of the current reels like we currently have in the